What's up? Hello. I find I don't know how to greet y'all sometimes, so I just go with it. I don't know what to say. I guess I'm here, and so are you. I guess. Hi. Like, what does a person even say? I don't know. Yeah. Well, then, comfy, cozy, farm and cook it time. It's sweet, 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 sweet relaxation. Happy Valentine's month to everyone. Whether you have a Valentine's or not, I believe it is. It's whatever. Just celebrate love, man. Let's go. Say hi to Mr. Piggy. He's being a piggy in the back. Hi, Mr. Piggy. Hi. Still here for some reason. And I forgot to put up my decorations. Hold on. Never mind. Actually, no, we're fine. But still, it's still early. It's still early. I celebrate the week, not the what the fuck is it called? The day. Celebrate the week leading up to Valentine's. It's just funny to see the crazy stuff that comes up during those times. And another one I do enjoy is celebrating not just Valentine's Day or Valentine's Week. It's actually some crazy stories that come from. Some funny, cute, wholesome stuff. It's not freaking typing. Ugh. Okay, I'm fine. What? I keep. Have you ever typed something so wrong? Because if you're just, I don't know, you're speeding through it a bit. Kept doing it for some reason, and it's gonna go away again. I did the wrong thing. Okay, let me just focus. Like, yo, okay, one thing I want to ask you. When do you find it more, like, comfortable for me to, not for me, to be, like, no, I phrased that wrong. Wow, what? I need some water. I need some water. I don't need water. I need water. What? I hope you guys are not, like, so eepy right now all the place. It's like, wherever, I am literally dead smack either the middle of the day or the middle of the night. So it's whatever. And I can't, I'll just keep seeing you guys at this point. Thank you for tuning in. showing off, you know? Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I also have no idea what I can show on here without being immediately shlabam by you know who. You know? Because certain things you could show and it's like, and actually, you should not because etc and etc etc. Then that gets you a strike and it's like, what? What, how? What do you mean I could not do that? Let me just scroll quickly here. Real quick. I'm like either your daytime television or your nighttime television. That's fascinating. That was good though, we're good. Everyone has their time. Oh, since we're gonna be playing something nice, we can actually. Wait. I don't know if it's allowed. Maybe again. Seriously? Again? Is it that? I don't know which channel is which. Okay, there it is. Okay, I got an idea. I don't know why I'm putting you or myself through this, but it's been a while since I've heard some of his stories, and I've been wanting to watch these. It feels weird watching it without being like, yeah, guys, this is the thing I was talking about. I want you to see this. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, this is what I was talking about. Where is it? No. Okay, cool. It wasn't showing that for a second. I was like, man, these are good. Get comfy in my sofa. I think we'll just listen to one short one. It doesn't really relate to what we're gonna play. I don't know. The first one I saw is about this one. No ads. Sorry. Because I don't know if we can show them or not, so. Nope. Let's chill this one out. Where is it? Where's the window one? Window. Desktop? I think that's it. Because some of these ads are scams, so I don't want y'all to see them and think, yeah, that's a good idea. It's not. Usually it's not. Usually very much are not a good idea, so I gotta be careful what I show you guys. And actually, I
So tonight,
sorry. Live editing. As always, live. It's because I maybe theater mode will be fine. I'm so sorry. The literal pause of it. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, I did not mean for that to happen. Woof. Okay, I did the boomer thing. I clicked too many things at once. There we go. Hopefully, we can just view one and then
Hey,
get into it.
beauties, welcome back to the show. Tonight, I'm going to do my makeup because I have another shoot after this. So
Because I
tonight,
straight
if
up
you've
need
had
to
a
do
rough
that
day
too.
and you need a little time just for yourself, grab your skincare or makeup and join me while I share some
I'm gonna
spooky
grab my
real life
ultimate
stories.
makeup,
You know
water.
what? Let's
I'm
just
kidding.
make this our little
Like,
ritual
truly though, drink
every
water, guys. It's
Tuesday
good for
and
you.
Friday night. Okay? Tonight's story comes from a girl named Lynn, which is not her real name, and she is one of my lovely subscribers who lives in East Khasi Hills, Meghalaya, in the northeast of India. This is about her real experience
that's a
with
wow.
a
That's a
spirit. It's
sentence.
something that she went through
That's
herself.
actually a really cool
And
name.
even now, when she thinks about that night, she says her heart sinks and she
Okay.
feels like she can't breathe, like something
Oh,
is
that's not
pressing
good.
on her chest and tightening around her throat. So, what exactly happened to her? What did she see? Let's dive right into today's story.
Wow.
She remembers the air that night, cold enough to sting her skin, and the sickening feeling that something was standing right next to her, even though she couldn't see it. That fear has never really gone away, and Lynn isn't someone who scares easily. She's always been friendly, chatty,
Okay.
the type to strike up conversations with strangers and laugh loudly with friends.
Oh, okay.
But
I
after
relate.
that
I relate.
night, things were
That's
different.
girly pop things.
Now, on quiet nights, she sometimes finds herself staring out the window into the darkness, thinking, what if it comes back? That thought alone is enough to make her skin crawl. So, what exactly happened to her? Even though she still feels uneasy talking about this story, she decided to share her story with us. Lynn's aunt had spent years saving every bit she could, all for one dream: her own home. It took several years just to buy the land and even longer to finish building the house, but when it was finally done, it stood on a quiet hill at the edge of the village, with green forest stretching out below the windows. Her aunt moved in with her two sons and decided to throw a housewarming party. That day, the place was full of people, relatives, neighbors, and friends. Lynn and her parents came too, curious to see the new home for the first time. The walls still smelled faintly of fresh paint. The floors shone under the light. From the kitchen, the smell of food drifted out, mixing with the sound of laughter and voices.
Okay.
It was warm, happy, and full of life. And no one there could have guessed that soon this house would be the setting for something none of them would ever forget. The living room was filled with constant laughter, and people drifted between the kitchen and the yard sharing food and drinks. Children dashed through the house, exploring every corner of the new place, while Lynn stayed in the yard, catching up with cousins she hadn't seen in a long time. That evening felt like one of the warmest, brightest moments in Anne's life. But when the party ended and guests slowly headed home, a sudden stillness settled over the house. At her aunt's invitation, Lynn and her mother decided to stay the night. She felt it was a strange place, but after a whole day of eating, laughing, and talking, Lynn fell asleep almost instantly. The next morning, after breakfast and a quick shower, she and her mother set off for home. As the car neared the village entrance, her mother spoke up in a cautious tone. That house, something about it felt off. I don't know why, but it gave me chills. Lynn looked over and laughed. Come on, Mom, you're just not used to it yet. It's a brand new house. Her mother nodded silently, but her face stayed unusually tense. Back then, Lynn didn't think much of it. She didn't know that her mother's quiet words were more like a warning of what was to come. And that house, which had been full of laughter that night, would soon become the stage
I'll eventually have to
for
change
a
the name
fear
of this.
Lynn
I just
and her
realized.
family would never forget.
I'm gonna have to change the name of this.
A few months
later.
after the housewarming, Lynn and her mother ended up staying at her aunt's house for a month or two due to family circumstances. They were given one of her cousin's rooms, and he moved in with his older brother to share his room. So the first few days were peaceful. From the windows, they could see green hills and forest. And in the evenings, the sound of crickets filled the air. And every morning, the smell of warm tea drifted from the kitchen. It felt almost like a countryside getaway. Then one night, Lynn woke up needing to use the bathroom. It was on the first floor, at the bottom of the stairs, right next to the kitchen. She quietly made her way down the stairs, took care of what she needed to do, and she flushed. And up to that moment, nothing actually happened. Everything felt normal, calm, still, and safe. But as she started back up the stairs, something shifted. 2 steps up, she felt it. A subtle but undeniable change in the air. It was.
Oh?
And even
Sorry.
that moment, nothing actually happened.
Clicked it
Everything felt
accidentally.
normal, calm, still, and safe. But as she started back up the stairs, something shifted. 2 steps
We'll change
up,
the name
she
later, it's
felt
whatever.
it. A subtle but undeniable change in the
I
air.
just
Middle of
decided to play
summer,
something else.
but
I was like, I'm gonna do
chill
something else.
brushed against Lynn's cheek, like cold steam sliding over her skin. At the same moment, from the direction of the kitchen door beside the stairs, she felt something, that strange, suffocating sense of being watched. She slowly turned her head. The kitchen was dark. No light, no movement, nothing in sight. And yet a shiver ran down her spine. As she lifted her foot to take another step, she felt something right behind her.
This one is
She
even
felt a
illustrated.
presence that was so close. Its weight seemed to press against her back. It was almost like hearing footsteps matching hers, moving up the stairs in perfect time. Someone's climbing the stairs with me. Her heartbeat thundered in her ears, but she didn't dare look back. If it was a person, or worse, not a person at all, she did not want to know what she might see. She took the remaining steps almost at a run, burst into the bedroom, and only then she let out the breath she'd been holding.
Fair.
But even in the safety of the room, the echo of those phantom footsteps clung to her ears. She couldn't sleep. She lay awake for hours, unable to shake the thought that whatever it was might still be waiting
It's
in the
so
dark
crazy
below.
to me that this is animated. Usually it's not the case.
A few nights later,
I love
it happened
a
again,
mirror. It's
but
so
this
cute.
time not to Lynn. It was late. Her mother quietly said she was going to the bathroom, slipped out of the
old
room,
Hollywood glamour
and closed the
vibes.
door behind
Especially
her.
the
Minutes
mirror,
passed.
the lantern
Then
there.
hurried footsteps came pounding down the hallway, and the
I wonder if
door flew open. Her mother's
Reminds me
face
of Carnival
was pale as paper, her
glass.
breath short and uneven. Lynn, I was going up the stairs, and I swear something was right behind me. Her voice trembled low. At first, I thought I was imagining it, but with every step, this thing got closer. By the time I reached the middle, I could feel cold air right against my back. I couldn't turn around. I was afraid something would be staring right at me.
Alright, I just want to fix something real quick. Hold on. Because it's going to keep cutting it off if I access multiple things at once. And I also want to see what's going to happen next without interfering too much. Sorry, guys. And in the meantime, while that's happening, we can just let it play. Nice. There we go.
Lynn felt her stomach knot. It meant what she'd experienced wasn't just
real.
exhaustion or some trick of the
Damn.
mind. From that
That
night,
sucks.
the two made a pact: never use the bathroom alone after dark. Always call each other's name before opening a door. Turn on the stairway light and shine a phone flashlight. And when climbing up, count the steps out loud just to break the silence. But even then, there were nights when the air on the stairs turned heavy. Halfway up, they would feel a breath of cold sweep past their necks. And from the kitchen, dishes would clink softly for no reason. Sometimes, a faint floral scent drifted by, like someone had just brushed past wearing perfume.
Oh,
It was
you don't
the
want
kind
that,
of presence
man.
you could sense,
Especially
but
lavender.
never see.
You don't need
They once
that.
tried telling their aunt,
Any
but she
scent,
just
any
shook her
smoke,
head.
anything. No, you
You're
don't
just
want
not
that.
used to the
That's nasty
house.
shit.
And when you're tired, you start imagining things. She flung the window open for fresh air. It's just dampness making the air feel cold. That's all. But Lynn and her mother knew better. That cold wasn't from any draft. It had weight. It had intent. From then on, the two often lay awake, taking turns watching over each other asleep. They would stare at the crack under the door, where darkness from the hallway spilled in. And sometimes, at the exact same moment, both would turn their heads toward it. It always felt like something on the other side was holding its breath with them, just waiting.
Just quickly go for it. Just quickly makeup on. No nonsense. I love it. I've never seen that before. Oh my gosh. All right. It was another ad. It's specific. It's specific.
Lynn
Somewhat
finally
con
closed her
ads. I don't
eyes,
really care
and
to
that
see
is
which
when
country I'm
the
from. I
dream
already said it.
began. It wasn't just any dream.
It's some
It
ends
was
I
the
like. I don't like them.
upstairs
The cons.
hallway, and from the far end, she could
And it's
hear
not her
someone
fault.
slowly
It's
climbing the
just YouTube.
stairs, calling her name. So to give you a more detailed scene from the dream, Lynn was standing in the upstairs hallway of her aunt's house, except it felt longer than real life and unnaturally still. Below the railing, the staircase sank into a pool of darkness, and from within that darkness came a soft, steady sound. Step, step. A woman emerged, long black hair, a white dress with tiny pink flowers. She climbed the stairs slowly, her eyes fixed on Lynn, a calm smile touching her lips. Without speaking, she lifted her hand and gestured toward the balcony. Out on the balcony stood a small vintage tea table, its polish dulled with age, two worn chairs pulled close together. Thin china cups rested neatly on matching saucers, and the air carried the faint scent of tea leaves. The lace curtains swayed gently, as if breathing. The woman poured tea into Lynn's cup, and the soft clink of porcelain rang in the night air. "I am Lucy Lee," she said, her voice low and even. "A long time ago, I lived here." She told Lynn she was the daughter of a wealthy family in the 1800s. And one evening, while she returned home, she was abducted and never to leave alive. Her body had been dismembered and buried beneath what was now the kitchen floor. Since then, I've never left. The seasons change, strangers come and go, but I remain.
At least she isn't malevolent vibe. She's just like, yo, give me like a proper place to go.
Her gaze drifted toward the forest beyond the balcony.
That's good.
Then back to Lynn.
God.
That's why this place became mine. She explained that whenever people moved into this land, built a house there, dismantled a house and built a new one, the quiet she had clung to over a century was disturbed. So she began to sense small signs, the feeling of footsteps behind you on the stairs, a soft knock of dishes in the kitchen, a faint floral scent lingering in the doorway. I never meant to harm you. I just didn't want to be forgotten. And when she said that, Lynn could hear the sound of an old pocket watch ticking, steady. Lucy Lee set her cup down carefully and smiled. The The sun is setting. You should go back now." When she stood, the air around the balcony seemed lighter. Lynn asked without thinking, Why tell me this?" Lucy Lee didn't answer. She simply tilted her head as if there were more she would say another time. And then, like the faint echo of footsteps, she was gone. And just before dawn, Lynn woke up to the sound of her own heartbeat pounding in her ears. The first pale light was spilling through the window, and in the air lingered that faint, sweet scent of tea, the same scent from her dream. And stepping out onto the balcony, she froze. On the small tea table, 2 overlapping rings of moisture marked the wood, as if a pair of teacups had been set there moments ago and only just lifted away. And somewhere far in the direction of the kitchen came a distant ticking sound. Tick-tock.
Okay, now you're just being a jerk about it. Damn,
she returned to bed,
being a jerk about
unsettled, and drifted back into sleep, only to find herself once again in the upstairs hallway, the same balcony before her, and Lucy Lee waiting there. Lynn's voice was cautious. She asked again, "Why me?" Lucy's lips curved into a soft, knowing smile. "Because you can see me, because you can hear me. And even when you're afraid, you don't close the door." She paused, then added quietly, "Sometimes a bond forged through breath runs deeper than one forged through blood." Before Lynn could ask what she meant, the light in the
This big, I'm not gonna lie, this big. Oh, let me not swear. This big. She just used a spell on this girl, didn't she? That thing that's a demon. That's not a person. Why would you? It's sitting here talking like, oh, the bonds through like doors and stuff is like it's so far deeper than runs deeper than blood. And you know, the minute you notice me, you see me, and you talk to me. Does that not sound like Insidious to you, girl? That's not a human. Call an exorcist. Call a priest. Call somebody. That is
began
not
to fade,
a human.
and she woke up to her mother saying she'd heard the clink of teacups in the
And
kitchen.
you welcomed it.
Later that day, as the afternoon sun angled low, a faint circular stain appeared in the middle of the kitchen table, barely visible to the eye, as though someone long ago had set a teacup
Unknowingly,
on the table
though,
right
unknowingly.
there.
That
night was unnaturally still. Just before sleep
watch a
claimed
horror
her,
movie,
a thin
guys.
layer
It's
of
basic
frost
stuff.
crept across her window. And then, as if traced by an invisible fingertip, a message appeared. "Don't forget." The words melted within
I don't
seconds,
welcome you in. Even
and
to my
a woman's
audience, as
voice
you're watching
whispered
this,
her name,
I don't know.
clear, low,
No,
and
we're meant
close
to
enough to
forget
feel
you.
on her skin.
No,
It was
thank
only
you.
then
Amen.
Lynn understood. This was never about something chasing her. It was about someone rooted in a place for more than a century calling to her. Lynn wrote down every word of the dream before it could fade from memory. And a few days later, she learned something that made her blood run cold.
Don't worry about it.
Almost everyone who had ever stayed in that house had seen her. The woman in the white dress with pink flowers. They had all heard the same soft steps on the stairs before dawn, the faint chime of dishes in the kitchen, the weight of a gaze that couldn't be explained. And because of those repeated strange experiences, her cousins eventually moved out, leaving only her aunt and the maid behind. But on the very day Lynn left for the last time, a new ring of moisture appeared on the kitchen table, as if a place had been set, waiting for the next guest. Now, whenever Lynn passes near that house, her pace quickens, and sometimes on the windless streets, she hears that delicate tap of a teaspoon against porcelain, followed by a whisper, soft and patient. "Don't forget." Lucy Lee's smile and her voice still lingers just at the nape of Lynn's neck.
Sorry.
So, what do you guys think? Was it all just her imagination, or was her aunt really living in a haunted house? But you know, it wasn't only her who saw the girl in the flower dress, so I'm guessing this is more than just a trick of the mind. Harmless or not, the thought of a figure, something not even alive, appearing and noticing you is just plain creepy, no matter what. And you know what? Your stories are always so fascinating, so please keep sending them to me. I would love to share them with my viewers. That is a wrap for today, and see you on our next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Oh my God. Okay, let me just watch this real quick. Because I was watching. Wait, what was I doing? I played another game a while back, and this bit didn't want to save. It just did not want to save for the life of its ass. Okay, it just did not. I'm sorry, God. It's said ass. It's a donkey. For the life of its donkey existence, it just refused to save. It refused to save for nothing and no. No! And it's exactly this type of topic where people literally would go. The main objective is to go
Hey,
into
babies and
someone's
bees,
stream
welcome back to the show.
and steal
Today I brought a
fucking life. It
Korean
was
story,
crazy. It was
and
crazy.
Koreans.
What and to possess the person? It was crazy. It's called. It's that one with the big-eyed girl or something. It's on Itch. What's it called? And I don't want to play it again because I already did everything and I screamed. It was so bad. I was all over the place. It's on Itch. What's it called? I think it's on the front page or something at this point because it's a really good game. But it was crazy. You had to do like all kinds of offerings. And it's actually from the way it's designed, it's based off of stuff that people go through. I don't know if you can see this on here. Oh, you can. Okay, good. Where is it? I think I gotta go to the main page. It's on here. This one just refused to play. She did not want to be found by me. She was like, nah, I need a man, not a woman. Where is it? This one. This is a crazy game. It's insane. Because I am not doing that again. It refused to do anything and everything, bro. I don't know what the fuck was its problem, but it just said no. It just said no to me. It was like, I can tell you don't play like that. And I was like, yeah, I don't play with you. I'll punch your face in, bitch. Punch your face, I'll break you. I will break
Hey,
you in
babies and
Minecraft.
bees, welcome back to the
Don't
show.
you dare.
Today I brought
And
a
it just
Korean
would not.
story, and Korean scary stories are my specialty, of course.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I've been
they're really
talking
good.
about haunted buildings, haunted places for a while, so today I thought, okay, let's do something different. Let's do Korean creepypasta stories. And there are a lot of scary stories on Korean online forums, and this one, today's story is, I have to tell you, it's one of the best scary stories I've ever read online. It's really interesting. It's about
I wonder if it's the one I know.
selling and buying dreams.
Yeah.
The concept of selling and buying dreams actually exists in Korean shamanism and Korean folk beliefs. So today I'm going to talk about a girl who had this incredible dream and what happened to her.
And I just want to add, even like African culture, there's like some serious messed up stuff, man. That game I just showed you guys, it shows some of the things that they do, like cutting off people's organs and stuff like that to sell to people so you can steal and live their life. BBC has a documentary. I'm gonna show you this stuff, guys. These are fascinating because they're based off of real stuff that people do out of
Without further
pure
ado,
insanity.
let's get into the story.
It's crazy shit. And before we get into this, let me just there is actually there is even a new I think it's tarot, a new K-drama thing that they showed it. It's like an episode where they did that. They showcased the story where somebody had the chance to steal someone else's life. And it turned fucking devil. You deserve it, you little shit. They really deserve to suffer. I was like, you really deserve it. Why would you do that to somebody? What is wrong with you? And it turns out their life was perfectly fine. Their wife and everything was gonna be good and everything. And they gave it up to go and live with something else. And it turns out over there it's like it's bad. It's so bad. I'm not gonna spoil. Bad, bad. It's messed up kind of bad. And I was like, that's what you get. And this is why, oh Lord God and Jesus Christ said, do not envy. You don't know what the fuck someone else is going through. You don't know don't know what they had to get and what they had to do to get there. And that person, bruh, they ate their words that day. They wish they didn't. They really wish they didn't. I really think I should just change this at this point. Another one I think was there talking about this. I did show you guys that. But obviously, for another reason why I could not always show you the BBC thing is because it is graphic. As I just said, it's talking about organs in Minecraft. So IRL kind of vibe in Minecraft. So they don't show it, but there's uncensored versions of it, and it's dark. It is grim. It's not for the faint of heart. It's something that will genuinely mess up your mind because they do that to kids. They do that to animals. They do all kinds of stuff to people. And if you've never heard about the albinism trade, like people who are albinos being traded off, and like, bruh, I would say start with that one because that's the lightest, easiest ones to, and I say easy as in it's the easiest one to digest. It's horrible. It is still horrible. It is gory content, so do not engage with it, even if it's like you don't want to hear about it. It's dark, it's grim. And then the actual rest of it all being done there is some messed up shit. I think even like Tales of the yeah, they did touch on this. Tales of the Nine Tails in like the Korean K drama, they did touch on stuff like that. They were like where they put some kids in a wall in cement and built it into a business and they put them in a wall. And people are like, oh, it was for like success or something like that. And it was the most messed up scene. They did it so tastefully in it's a show, of course. They did breaking the law for film and television and broadcasting. And it was like, bro, this stuff happens. This is crazy. And when I even looked up some of the stuff, it was still active. There was a whole thing going on. And the BBC, the people there, those reporters were risking their lives. And I say risking their lives to just get some information, to help save people and children's lives. Because it was one thing when they were targeting elephants and stuff like that. It's another thing when they were just straight up stealing kids off the side of the road. I'm sorry, but what? No. If you don't know about this, please be aware of it. If you want to visit certain places, just be aware of some of the crime rings happening. Yeah, it might not happen to you, but you don't want it to happen to someone else either way. So don't just let it slide. Hold on a minute. Why is this taking so long to load? It was crazy. I think another one that extra layer of security. Yeah, it is me. Why do I need to do this right now? Damn, Schmooktuber. Yeah, I look at it and I'm like, it's some crazy stuff. That one I would just say it really messed me up in the sense of the jump scares. That freaking girl is creepy as shit, man. Her eyes. Oh, not her eyes. It's so weird. I don't know what the ending is like because I get. Wait, did I finish? Yeah, the ending. What did the ending do again? What was the ending again? It was so. It was so bad. I literally got the ending where it was like, ha ha, you fell for it, blah blah blah. The mouse in your face. Basically laughed in my face kind of vibe. Man, fuck. If you keep talking that blah blah blah, it's crazy. So yeah, just a heads up warning if you don't enjoy that kind of thing, this might be that type of topic. Might be. I don't know. It might be. Because again, it has to be tasteful for it to even be broadcast in the first place. It's random ass things happening all the time. It blows my mind that there's some people out there who genuinely do not care. Okay? Why would it send it to that? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. This one. Yeah. Yoink! Yoink! Exploring! 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 Excuse me. Oh, wow. Thank you for the person. And how do I know this? I stumbled upon it and I kind of went with the breadcrumbs and I was like, what the fuck is that? I do like that. I do actually want to get that. Why is, if I don't, it's better. It's better. Like, what does this want from me right now? It's making me, I have to wait for a little bit. I'm just doing some stuff. Unexpectedly, it's just showing up and it's like, yeah, you gotta do this thing right now. I had the entire morning. They had the entire morning to do this. They're like, yeah, you gotta do this type of thing right now and verify. Blah, 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 blah. But hey, it's better late than never, I guess. I'm saying blah, blah, blah. I don't care who you are in this club. It only matters who I is. I'm thinking of song. They're literally just blah 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 blah. Thank you, Vicky. In this, nah, nah, nah. Not in the back of my car. Yeah. You keep talking, man. Blah 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 blah. Ah. Now a little bit of silence, little bit of silence. Is it the end of the month? It's not the end of the month. I was like, is it the end of the month yet? Why is he doing this right now? No, it's right at the beginning. Barely past the beginning. Barely past the beginning. That's how I'm talking, man. Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Boom. Boom. Come on. God, why is this thing being bougie? Like, what? Oh my god. And you know, the minute I click off, it's gonna be like, actually, you should have like stayed on the page, and we would have like helped you out. But you clicked off, so no. I'm like, ma'am, do I look like, I'm like, do I look like a gaffer? Yay! Stop pretending. Huh. You know what? Ugh, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Whatever. It's just taking forever. I'm just gonna close this and see them later. Bye. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Later, losers. I'm in the middle of a story. I don't know why I had to verify. Sucks. Right. No, go back. I clicked this again. Yo, these hotkeys for YouTube are just somewhat annoying. Low key, kind of obnoxious. Because you think you're typing like a letter and it turns out you just sped up your video for like who knows how many seconds. You're typing some
So
words and
before
it's
I
like,
get into
it's
tonight's story, I
future.
need to
It's in the
explain
future.
something that might sound a little
Crazy.
strange to those of you outside Korea. It's a concept called memong. Me means sell or buy, mong means dream. So memong literally translates to selling dreams. In Korean folk belief, dreams aren't just random images your brain generates while you sleep. They're actually spiritual messages, omens, and the fortune
Jeez.
contained in a dream, it can be transferred from one person to another. So you can literally sell your luck. And this tradition goes back over 1,000 years. There's a famous legend about two sisters in ancient Korea. The older sister, which sounds a little gross, but in Korean dream interpretation, that's one of the most powerful dreams you can ever have. She begged to buy the dream.
Hold on. Not do that. Why is it dropping? There's nothing else running.
Agreed. And years later, that younger sister became the Queen of Shilla, and the older sister, she just faded into obscurity. History doesn't even record how she died.
This sounds like the
and
Joseph
this practice
situation.
still exists today, believe it or not.
Damn.
So let's say your grandmother dreams about pigs. That's
Destiny
wealth
stealers.
coming your way. Someone in the family might offer to buy it, even as a joke. If you dream about a golden dragon, ancestors giving you gifts,
Oh, it's
those
Friday.
are
I was
fortunes
wondering why
waiting to be
people are turning off
claimed.
this way.
But here is the dark side that nobody talks.
No, play it. So weird. Is that why they had to verify so my stuff don't glitch? Bruh.
If
Bro.
you dream about a golden dragon, ancestors giving you gifts, those are fortunes waiting to be claimed. But here is the dark side that nobody talks about.
Why are you doing her like this? What freeze frames are this? What the heck? You know, they were like, you didn't verify information, man. We're here for your car's warranty. I'm like, I don't have a car. I don't have a car. What do you mean? We have warranty. Extended warranty. I want to disappear. Maybe they'll ease the bullet. Oh my gosh.
waiting to be
Okay.
a golden dragon, ancestors giving you gifts. Those are fortunes waiting to be claimed. But here is the dark side that nobody talks about.
That no one talks about, and then it just dips. Okay. What do they not talk about? Tell us. Why does it not want this to happen? God, what is happening? Hold on, maybe Megan's like you need a refresher. What just happened? 3 minutes and 14 seconds. And bruh, everything is like kicking. It is all over the place. It's being belligerent. Nastiness will never get anyone anywhere. Hold on, I'll come right back.